Peace, everybody. This Medicine Man once again, getting back with y'all. I hope everybody feeling good today. I feel pretty good. And I'm going to drop something on y'all, some gems on y'all today about a few things, mainly about ghosts. I want to talk about ghosts, and I want to talk about people seeing ghosts, because I know a lot of times people have experiences and people say, well, I think there's a ghost in my house, or I've been seeing a ghost and he's waking me up standing over my bed. I've even had clients tell me about a ghost, animal ghosts, and animal ghosts are kind of common, especially for people in the South. Many reasons why. One of the main reasons why animal ghosts are quite relevant to people in the South is because many have indigenous blood in them, and because of this indigenous blood, they experience the spirits of the ancestors, which all had totem spirits with them. For the most part, I need to turn my phone down. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Make sure I ice my phone real quick. There we go. So when we talking about the ghosts that people see, and we talking about totem spirits, like I say, a lot of people end up seeing animal spirits as ghosts. One particular situation that I can tell you guys about is a situation where I had a client, and this particular client was experiencing the sound of wolves. She said, man, every day she would wake up, every morning she wake up, every time she go to sleep, she hearing wolves and wolves. And she said it kept sounding like more and more and more. So I was like, okay, let's take a look into it. And after taking a look into it, she's been having this experience for over several months, man. You know what I mean? And from them experiences, she developed a sense of fear. She's a high sense of fear, a sense of being uncomfortable in her own home. She just became really fearful for the most part. And when I came and took a look at everything, I looked at everything and I did the reading, of course, and I found on her. And I found out that these spirits, these wolves, those are your guardian spirits. Those are your guardian spirits. Those are the spirits that naturally walk with you. This is why you've been having dreams about wolves since you was a little girl. This is why you've been seeing wolves walk across the parking lot in your apartment complex. You see they keep manifesting themselves more and more because you've been dibbling and dabbling and reading esoteric material and metaphysical material. You've been opening up that channel for your ancestral spirits to make some type of contact with you. And in this case, in this situation, it was a wolf. And she was terrified. When I say terrified, she called me like 6:30 in the morning. Medicine man, I'm telling you, listen, can you hear it? She's holding the phone to the window, asking me if I can hear it. So I'm like, okay. Those are your guardian spirits. You know what I mean? And after she understood that there were her guardian spirits, we did some dream work. And from the dream work, it ended up being that she understood and felt more comfortable with the presence of her animal totem spirits. Okay? Now, in other situations, many of us experience the level of being uncomfortable when we in the presence of spiritual entities and ghosts and things like that. These ghosts are attracted to us by the ideas and things that we have in our mind, by the things that we entertain. If you entertain nothing about violent and aggressive videos all day on social media, your conversations are stemmed around that idea of aggressiveness and violence, then of course you most likely will go to bed and go to sleep, and you end up having a dream getting chased, or you chasing somebody. It's going to be aggressive. It's going to take on the nature of everything you entertain. This is what you're going to project yourself into the spirit world. So when you want to have a very entertaining dream, if you want to have a spiritually enlightening dream, if you want to have a prophetic dream, then you need to have a prophetic week. You need to have a prophetic day. You need to have a prophetic and a spiritual life pattern that induces those dreams. Now, the uses of herbs and things like that, of course, me, I'm a natural person. I could take some melatonin, and I can dream myself away. Cool with me. There's herbs you can use. There's aromatherapy you can use to dream yourself away. Those things help. But ultimately, the idea and the way of attaching yourself to a dream or inducing a dream is to have the thoughts of that dream or where you're trying to go. And this is one of the secrets of astral projection. Where you want to go at, you have to possess that thought, that idea, and think about it while you're awake in your awakened state. You have to hold that thought, the idea for a very long time. When I say that, what I mean is that you have to hold those thoughts for weeks for real, really good, solid astral projection. Now, depending on the person and depending on the person's mind and their skill set, you can actually perform specific exercises and astral project like right then and there, poof. But that takes a level of skill and development. For the most part, when you want to astral project, you want to carry the thought and idea in your mind all day. When you wake up in the morning, carry that thought in your mind and your idea. Even when you go to work, reaffirm to yourself even the midst of your most important work task. Because what you're doing is implanting that idea, that notion, that programming, that in your mind. Now, when you go to sleep tonight, you are going to travel this place and you're going to go here. It has to be deeply implanted. Just like right now, I'm giving a lecture. But in my mind, I implanted, during this lecture, I implanted the thought about my astral projection for tonight while I'm speaking with y'all. This is one of the secrets of astral projection, so that you can basically become a ghost and travel different places and things like that for that idea. But what I'm saying about the ghosts is many people that are so afraid of their spiritual experiences with ghosts. They're really afraid of it. So when they say, oh, I got a ghost in my house, and they're like running and hiding and stuff like that, I'm like, hold on, let me see. Because most times your experience with a ghost is not really negative. It's either a wayward spirit that's lost, a spirit that died in the house that just won't leave unless it's told to leave. And generally they don't mess with anything. It's just the fact that their presence is felt by you, or you might end up seeing them. But as far as affecting your life, it just kind of depends on how they died and things like that, if they affect your life. Am I saying you should let a spirit stay in your house? No, absolutely not. It should not stay in your house if it's a wayward spirit. It needs to go on about its way. But now if it's an ancestral spirit, and this is why spiritualists, mostly all spiritualists, they place spirits inside of objects, and they allow spirits to house themselves into objects, because the housing place where the spirits house themselves and keep themselves, they stay there unless they're released by some reason, whatever. But the spirits stay into the objects. So now let me show you something. Find something that you guys might be familiar with in here. Hold on. Yeah, y'all familiar with this guy right there. I think y'all seen him, boy. This is an ancestral spirit. But this is how people house spirits. Spirits are housed in particular ceremonies and rituals and stuff, are held over these certain statues and stuff like that. And not only statues, bags, and it can be in conjunction, where because every spirit has a medicine, and it can be in conjunction. But that's why spiritualists house spirits into particular objects, because you don't want the spirits to be walking around your house and getting all into your food and things like that, because that's another topic. Spirits inhabit plants, and plants become our food for the most part. You know what I mean? They become our food. When they spray pesticides and everything on our plants, and they intoxicate our plants, and we eat that intoxication, y'all already know we poisoning ourselves, because they kill the spirit within the plant by poisoning the plant. By them killing the spirit of the plant by poisoning the plant no longer possesses its medicine. And this is why many of the herbalists and naturopathic, doctors and followers, we all say, and root workers, we all say, eat organic as much as you can. Eat organic as much as you can, because a lot of the foods are just corrupted with this. But one of the things I wanted to state about spirits in reference to medicine is that spirits possess medicine, and medicine possess spirits, and every spirit takes a medicine. A lot of people don't understand that. When you go to work with particular spirits, and they tell you this spirit takes this particular herb, this spirit takes this particular root, this spirit takes this particular bath, all of the ingredients that belong to that particular spirit comes from the plant that belongs to that spirit. So they'll tell you, you'll be taught that this spirit has this particular medicine that goes with it. The only way you can work with this spirit is when you use this root, or work with this spirit, you use this herb. That's because this spiritual energy requires a specific formula, and that formula is within these roots and herbs that goes there, because it is a medicine. A lot of people think of root work, when you're doing roots on yourself and you're doing roots on other people, a lot of people think of root work, all you do is mix it up and put it in a bag and tie it up and let the roots rot inside a mojo bag. Interesting. Very interesting. Because roots are medicine. When you make your root, you bless your root, and you eat or drink it. That's root work. Why? Because your roots become a talisman. Your roots become a charm. You put the work on the root, because this is where the life of the plant is at. But I ain't gonna tell y'all no more about that. I'll show you how to work these formulas one day. Follow me. It's medicine, man. Get at me one day, y'all. Y'all know how to catch me.